Shri is.
Yes.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Hey, thanks all for being here. Hope it's a great Sunday. You all feeling good, fresh, active? Anyone willing to show your face on Sunday? Madhulata is ready there. Pushparaj, good to see you.
Hi, Sriram.
Hey, hi. Lakshmi is here. Nice to see you all. Praveen is here. Good. All right, I have a few more people in YouTube channel, some of them in LinkedIn. Thanks all for watching here. Hope you all enjoyed the good cricket yesterday.
Yes.
Some of you. How is the weather in Dubai?
Yeah,
Warm?
it's good. Pretty good. We're getting change.
From super warm to moderate warm.
Moderate. Yes, it's moderate now.
Okay.
Little humidity is there, but still much better than last month.
Okay, good to know. In fact, in Europe, it's getting winter.
I could see that, yes, from your angle.
Yeah, a sudden drop in temperature. Suddenly, it's getting into 7 degrees. So we're expecting 3, 2, 1, 0, -2.
Oh,
Start
wow.
going down. So get ready to the change. That's what happening now. All right. Good. And thanks a lot for being here. And today we have few topics to discuss. One is about agile way of working. Of course, agile is one of the interesting topic as we discuss some of the roles we cannot clearly decide this is what this person will do. Even the book says, but when you go to your office, there'll be different character of this person. So we'll see some of the ways of working in agile today. On top of that, we will see something about the examination. We have people who cleared exam recently. In fact, I have Niranjan. I think just now he joined. Hey, Niranjan, you there? So he went to the exam recently and change from September. Hey, Niranjan. So change from September is the exam results. As we know that they're going to do something called data forensic. I know we spoke a lot about in the previous classes also. But good thing happened here is Niranjan took exam. Within 6 or 7 hours, he was able to get the results in the email. Which was like earlier it was mentioned as within 5 days we'll give you the results. Then they gave in 48 hours. Then for some of them into 30, 35 hours. And then 24 hours. Now in 7 hours, Niranjan got it. Look like their intelligence in the system is improving. Could be. So Niranjan, first congratulations for your great success of PMP. And
thank you, Shri.
Yeah, and thanks for coming back after certifying. I used to say that people get certified, then hey, where are you? Disappear. And some people come back. Nice to see Niranjan. So for benefit of the audience who are listening here, so what is your experience about the exam?
It was a good experience. I would say the difficulty level of exam was not tough if I compare with ShriLearning mock exam. So like when I started with the exam, first 20-30 questions, I knew that it is going to be in control. So I was really happy with that.
Good to know. So one thing I heard is it is not tough comparing to ShriLearning. So the practice, what he made here, I'm sure it contributed for the main exam. At the same time, main exam is so fluctuating. They have a big question bank and they keep shuffling the questions. The same question or model may not repeat to the next person. So it keep shuffling. However, it is when we practice, we are doing the best in our question paper to make sure you read all the corners of the things in the subject book so that you clear the exam well. That's the intention. Now, coming back on this, Niranjan, good to see Niranjan here. So Niranjan, I think last time you had a big beard, right? So you made sure that after PMP, you'll trim it out. Maybe he lost his internet. You're there. You are in mute.
Sorry, I was in mute. Yeah, I'm there.
Okay. And Niranjan, one question comes from people here in this group would be that how long it takes to go to the main exam in a sense of book reading and preparation, how long it will take? It is 1 month or a couple of months, or once I read the book, I'm ready. What was your input there?
Shri, actually, once I finished my classes, during the classes I was reading quite good. Once I finished the classes, I started reading for 1 week, and I was about to book my exam. And during that time, I had to fly to another country, and I had to like attend to some business work there. Then I couldn't like fix that exam date. Once I came back, we were discussing, and I took almost 11 to 12 days to like fix the exam date and started preparing for that. So I would say that if you are like listening to the class and like preparing during the class once it goes, so about 2 weeks will be good for preparing good. During that time, you can listen back to the classes, read the book, and take the exam. So like I had to compensate for that delay. I was like crashing the schedule, and I wouldn't say crashing. I would say compressing the schedule, and I was able to clear that exam within 12
Okay.
days.
Thanks for sharing. I like the way you use the management terminology, crashing, compressing. Okay. Nice to see that you are used to this wordings now. All right. I asked this question. The reason is I have a few bunch of people who are going to go exam in few days of time, few weeks of time, to give that confidence. And even after this call, somebody can message you, ask you, Niranjan, can you give me some more information? The point is, it is not so crazy exam. At the same time, it is not an exam just you can walk in. It is in between. It is not super crazy. It is not super easy. It's in between. For this in between, with our schedule of our office and our personal thing, we have to balance it. If we observe carefully, a person can take 2 to 3 weeks of time to polish it in the last close to the exam. I think that is a time we work closely. Probably people stay in touch with me. So say that, hey, I have an exam coming up in 2 weeks. What all I have to read? My scores are standing here. What I have to do? I think that is the time you need that effort. Even before that, you would have read the book all alone. You practiced all alone. Up to that, that is fine. The last 2 weeks, I think we need some polishing factor. You can either be touch with me, or you can touch with somebody who cleared like Niranjan or any experts in this group. So primarily you need somebody to give little polish on the last few days, right?
Yeah, actually, like get ready to have such kind of eyes. If you're going for the exam, you have to be prepared. Like I am not good with, I would say, waking up till 11, 12. But during this period, I had to stay awake to prepare for the exam. Once you have a deadline fixed, you can't run away from that. And postponing the exam was never an option for me. Once I fixed the date, I should complete it by that time. So that was the target.
Good to know. Good to know. I know I used to say that this PMP class is an exam. It's a good weight loss program. Many people they have weight loss happening there. They come shrink. The body size shrinks. Right? That's how it happens because it burns a lot of energy. That's how it is. However, it is, we have a success story from Niranjan. I'll be hosting the story soon over the YouTube. Probably you can listen to the full description of what he did. First, want to wish him and thank him for coming up back here. Thanks, Niranjan.
Thank you, Shri. And always a pleasure to learn from you. I still have books open here on my table. I'm just going through that. So never stop learning, guys. That's the thing I can say.
Yeah,
it's not about certification. It's about
you have to tell it silently because your family is watching you. They waited for 2 months.
Yeah, I know.
You had an excuse to say, I'm not going to shop, I'm not going to here, I'm not taking to here. All this reason go to PMP. Now you got certified, you don't have any reason to say. So be careful on that point. Okay. All right. Good wishes, and stay on touch. You are free to join these classes. Keep listening. As I was pointing out, you will get joined into our WhatsApp group called the Elite Group. In Elite Group, we have people to talk about next level of certifications, technical or project management, program management, agile, So be in that elite group and grow higher in your career. Okay.
Yes.
Great.
Thank you.
All right, that's Niranjan. So what we do is, I like this idea of people clearing and coming back and speaking. I think it gives some energy. Is it right? Is it giving some energy, some idea? Yeah.
True,
So,
it is true.
all right. So when I say that, it's a request to people here. When you clear the exam, you have to come back. It's an implicit message. All right, great. So now let's talk to people who are going to exam. Do we have people here who are getting to exam in next few days? Few weeks.
November 16th, Sriram, I had the book.
November 16th. You have
Yes.
31 days with you.
Yes.
All right, very good. So how is your reading things going on? Have you completed reading the book?
Reading book, it is completed, and 2 times, full mock I had tried.
Very
and
good.
shared you the marks also. But the problem was, first one was 50% and second one was 49%. That's where I was little bit upset on that. So that's why I reached you on that. Then earlier, first I blocked for 21st, then I moved to November 16th. So I need more time to prepare. And now I'm watching all the recorded sessions. Like now I'm watching day 6. So that is giving me a lot of confidence, and I'm able to connect more. Like, okay, whatever I learned, it is clear now for me. So that is
Very good.
really helping me now.
Nice to know. Nice to know. You know what? Niranjan was pointing out something. What he said is, when he was in travel, business travel, when he came back, he found that gap that he have to get back on track. So what he did is he started listening the recording. I say that it could help. And Niranjan said, no, it will help.
It is helping me. I could see the difference actually.
Yeah. He was stressing hard. No, you have to listen to the recording. And he have an idea. I liked it. He said that I didn't start from day 1. I started from day 11 and 10, from backward. From backward, I started listening. I started getting some idea. Niranjan, am I saying that correctly?
Absolutely right, Shri. That was the idea.
Okay. What is the idea?
Yeah, because like when we start from day 1, going to the 10, 10 or 11, we tend to lose a grip when we are reaching to that level. So my idea is, when I started going backward, so it will be good for me to start where I left the classes, and I start gaining that momentum. So that was really helping for me.
Okay, that's a logic from Niranjan. Probably it could help someone if you can go in that order. Thanks.
And one more thing I want to add, like whenever you listen to Shri, when he says that we'll discuss that in next class. So you already know that you are listening to the next class and then you are coming back to the previous class. So that's sort of thing.
Okay, I like this different logic. Thanks, Niranjan, for that. So coming back to Lakshmi here. So Lakshmi, please proceed what you do. Now you have a weeks of time. I know we were in touch, and now I'm happy to say that you're getting the grip. However, it is, question reading is a final thing which decides your scores, decides your growth.
Yes.
So I would request you, take any 10 question, take that question. No urgency to go to the book. Sit with the 10 question, have a white paper next to you, see what you have read. Have you clearly understood that content while you say answer is B? Okay. See that question more than twice, nothing wrong in it. There is no point in having quantity of questions without having quality.
Yes.
Other people feel that I took 4 exams, I took 5 exams. Yeah, quantity is there, but what about the quality? Even if you take 5 question, that 5 question, if you can take 25 minutes, even 1 hour to understand that, something will spark in your mind saying that, this is how I should read. Like how you drive the car or a bike or a cycle, for a few times your brain won't map it. After sometimes something will happen in our brain saying that when I hold the handlebar in a bike, like this I should. That logic suddenly sparks. The same logic you would have tried 5 times before, it won't work, but suddenly it will spark. This will happen only on the qualitative approach, where you go deeper on seeing why it is details. If you do too much of questions, yes, good, nice. but without analyzing, it won't help. So request to Lakshmi and everyone here, even if you take 5-10 questions, take time to analyze. That's very important. Yep. All right, Lakshmi.
Thank
So
you.
keep it, stay in touch with your scores. That's Lakshmi for PMP examination for November. Do I have someone for October? PMI-ACP? Oh, yeah.
This is Palaya.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, last week I told no, maybe I will go for this month, and maybe it will
Month
go.
end.
Maybe it will go another 2 weeks extra. There is some
Sure.
concern. Okay.
Sure.
So maybe November 15, November 16, like that it will go.
Exactly.
My case also, my case also, 180 questions, 2 more I done. It reaches up to 52 and then 51%. I was shocked also. Then when I analyzed the question, then I came to know the small mistakes I done. What you saying, the analysis. Okay, the keyword is there. Oh, how I done the mistake? This one is supposed to do right like that, So a lot of maybe 10-20 questions like that is there in the 2 mocks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was there like that. Then I felt that then okay, we will go in deep analysis further.
Very good.
Then it will be okay like that. I finalized now. So maybe it will go maybe November 15, November 16 like that for my case also.
Good to know. Good to see that at least you're able to now see those words you're missing, right? That's very important.
Yeah. No, not only that. Now increase the speed of reading the question and all, then understanding the questions, everything now increase it now. So let me put my effort, then it will go like that.
Nice. Good to know. So you're burning your night oil and doing this stuff late night?
No, actually, I am free now. Actually, I'm not working actually now. So even though every time I'm studying, whatever time I'm getting, then whatever the WhatsApp messages are come 10 questions, 5 questions. Whenever I'm sitting in the bus stand, also I used to read the questions. So I'm not wasting that time actually. The classes, 4th time listening is going to complete now coming week actually. During the walking, 40 minutes I used to walk. I am utilizing this walking under by earphone.
Good to know. Good to know. Yeah. I'm sure if you listen 4 times by now, you have found all my grammatical mistakes.
Exactly. No. Never. Yeah.
Good to know, Puliyar. Keep doing that. I would recommend that if you feel you want to converse something on a question, bring up in your WhatsApp group. Or I'm sure you're part of, there is a group called the expert group.
Okay.
So if you're part of that WhatsApp group, bring some conversations. Many times you learn through conversation. If you get an idea about a procurement related question and you're answering that request for proposal or something about a document, you feel this could be correct and you answered it, but the answer is saying something else.
Okay.
Now you can bring up this conversation. So I want you to talk to a few more PMP aspirants or PMP certified people sitting in the group.
Okay.
They would say, why don't you see this angle? Maybe you are right, maybe you're wrong.
Okay.
But the point is, when you bring up a conversation, it can help you give more depth of information.
Okay. I'll do that. Yes.
Perfect.
Thank you, sir.
Looks like getting echo. Maybe I have to mute some of you, or is everyone muted? Just a sec, I'm fixing stuff.
For a change, this time it is from you.
See those words you're missing, right? That's very important.
No, not only that, now increase the speed of reading the question and then understanding the increase now.
I'm just getting echo of what I'm speaking from YouTube channel. Nice, good. So you're burning your night oil and doing this stuff late night. Okay, muted. Okay, thanks a lot. All right. So now what we do is we'll get to the subject. I have something for ways of working. Before that, I want to ask something about PMI-ACP people. Do I have someone here who are PMI-ACP, Agile certified practitioners? If not, then we'll get to Agile way of working. All right, now let me share the screen. Are you getting the screen what I'm sharing now? Is it visible? Good enough?
Yes.
And then let's get inside. So first thing, agile way of working. So what is agile way of working? First, we know that agile is a philosophy. Agile is not a specific method. It is a philosophy to say that, hey guys, let's work together. Let's be so flexible. Let's accept the changes, right? There's a mindset. You may know that agile is not going to direct someone, hey, this is how we have to work. Agile kept it so open enough. We have to satisfy our customer. So in the whole agile, the center point is they call customer centricity. Have anyone heard this term? Have anyone heard this term? Customer
Yes, in the class.
centricity. So what is this a term meaning? Can anyone think of this? What could be this? Imagine you work in a company and now think from a company's perspective. What could be this meaning of centricity? What could be? Are we going to see the requirement from customer perspective? Are we going to see the quality what we deliver from customer perspective? Are we going to see the timeline when the customer needs it? We're going to see how we can serve our customer, keeping their requirement, their expectation at the center point. So somebody can question back, no, you mean we are not doing this years back? Is this a new concept? I would say no. Customers' focus is there for hundreds of years. But what happened is only few set of companies are able to focus, and they call themselves, we fall under 25% of successful projects in the world. And these companies are flourishing. When I say flourishing, it's about the money they earn. It's about the value they add to the society. It's about the goodwill they earn out of what they do. And even today, we have many companies. It could be for textile industry. It could be for manufacturing. It could be a food and industry. It could be for software. Many companies are shining here, even today. It's not now hundreds of years is happening, even today. Then what is happening to this 75%? This 75% is struggling. Maybe you and me work in this company today. Or maybe we worked in this company. Or we may work. Now, point is, our role is to make this top 25% winning companies to continue what they do and bring this bottom to top. But see, why to bring bottom to top? If you don't bring this, the human life is not going to be happy. Rather, you're going to have a very mediocre life. You keep complaining about the election system of a country. We keep complaining about the transportation is not going well. Sometimes you go to the very well-equipped airport. In Europe, some country you travel. In US, some country you travel. Suddenly in the airport, you feel highly congested. The system is not properly followed. And you get stuck there. You miss your flight. Even though you're in the richest country, all are there. But suddenly you will tell it falls in 75%. It is not because somebody has some money. They do a great job. So now what is happening here is there is something on agility, the philosophy, to bring the way you do the job where we can tune it. And this tuning process goes to something called lean. I'm sure you all heard this term somewhere. Somewhere in your life you heard it, right? Lean. Lean means most of the time we get this one word. What is that word? Reduction of
Waste.
Reduction of waste. Of course, many factors are there under lean, but the most prominent thing discussed in industry is called reduction of waste. What do you mean by reduction of waste, Shri? What kind of waste do you mean here? You mean wasting of a product? Wasting of a service? There are many factors for the waste. They call that extra process is waste. Extra features what you deliver can be waste. A bug is considered as a waste. How come, man, a bug is a waste? Can somebody tell why a bug or a problem is considered as waste? Why a bug is considered as waste? In a system, there is a problem. Automobile, manufacturing, construction, software. An error or an issue is a waste. Why?
Because we have to rework the process.
There you go. Rework. For this rework, what all can happen? Do I need more time for this?
Yeah.
I need, when I say time, it will eat money, isn't it?
Yeah.
I need people to spend, of course, the time comes up there. So rework could be a problem. And this rework can populate some new risk in the system. Is this possible? Highly
Yes.
possible, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you can bring some scrap. This is also possible. And this can turn some quality issues. This is also possible. Then how to stop this? You cannot stop it. Only you can reduce it. If you stop and you make it zero, man, you are something different species in the world. You can't do that. You can reduce it. How can I reduce it? For which there are certain methods, then way of working is being described. Of course, from Monday, we work in an office. Monday, we work in an office till Friday. Are you going to tell me from Monday morning till Friday evening what I have to do? Yes, we can do that. But that alone will not help. That alone will not help. If I do that, it will become a military operation. In a military operation, they say that by morning 5:45, everyone should stand in a line in this place. And there is a commander says, everyone turn towards the right, walk 500 meters. People walk. And the army commander says, halt. Everyone halts. Army commander says, take position, put the file, fire. They fire. It's a military commanding. Even today, we can do that. But we are living in a century where that model is not needed with the people like you. You are a person who no need a military commander to tell, come here, turn right, walk 500 meters. Maybe first time you will follow. Second time you will question, am I stupid? I know I should be here. I know I should turn right. I know I should walk 500 meters or 500 feet. I know that. I don't want somebody to tell me. We are living in that model of world. When you live in that model of world, and also the customer is a center focus, now the clash starts happening. Customer is in focus, people are knowledgeable. Now how to bring things together? And that is where you start getting this agile thought process. So how does it work? Let us see few points here. Now what the books of agile or agile thoughts explain here is, you don't act agile, you are agile. It looks like some philosophy about God, isn't it? You are the God, kind of. But I don't want to go that level. But agility is about flexibility. Agility is about respecting the human behavior around you. Agility is about you think yourself as a customer. That's what you become, that person. When it is for customer, that's the way you do. When it is for your team, where you are working, you bring this word called trust. You trust the people by using the word called transparency. In agility, what they do, they keep high transparency of what work they plan to do, what work they are doing, where are we moving on. You keep it. They call us the information radiators to keep things transparent and open, by which you reduce those barriers. In agility, if you want to be so flexible, so quick enough, you should trust people around you. If I don't trust somebody next to me, definitely I cannot run faster. If you want to have a good speed, you need to have a good trust with you. Now they say third point is you take responsibility and make things happen. You take ownership. In agility, they talk about taking ownership is your way of working. I'm going to show a few more points. How does it work in day-to-day life? But the terminology is taking responsibility. If you see here, you trust, then you talk about responsibility. And when it all put together, it is called a team. And that team is an autonomous team. Can someone tell me the word autonomous meaning? What does autonomous means? What is the English word autonomous?
Independent.
Independent. Just now I said about a military commander giving a command, as a team, move towards your right. Now I'm using the word autonomous, which is a totally against to military model, what I say. Now, when I say autonomous, when I'm hearing the word independent, this team is so much capable of doing things end to end. Now, you should question me back. When you say autonomous, when you say end to end, this team will come to office, sit together, they can do the job on their own. There won't be anyone to give a direction. The answer is no. There are some people on the top level. You may call as agile project managers. You may call somebody guiding the name called a scrum master, or that could be even a project manager sitting there. Now, all these people, what they set up here in the top is they guide the team to show, hey, this is the vision we have. In order to achieve this vision, this is a strategy we have. In order to achieve this strategy, we have a goal at a short term, we have a goal at a long term. This team will not do. This team will not do. Team no need to do this. That's not their role. Their role is to be autonomous, to take responsibility, to move towards this goal. Now, you being an agile leader, you are autonomous and you take responsibility to drive the vision and strategy. So when you are calling yourself agile, your agility of being transparent, your agility of being trust-oriented, your agility of taking responsibility and driving things end to end as an individual. When it comes to the team, again, the same word of trust and responsibility comes in. Then how a team works. When I say how a team works, you can see in the bottom, they call us a cross-functional team and high-performing team. Of course, high-performing team, you understand, when you see a football match, when you see a cricket match, you come to know this is a high-performing. When they say high-performing, how do they say high-performing in cricket? In cricket, there are a few departments. A department could be a fielding department in the ground. There is a department for bowling. There is a department for batting. Right? Now, these departments all should work efficiently. Then maybe I can call a high-performing team. If one department does not perform, other department performs, maybe you will survive for some time and then you may fail. A team which can perform well in all the departments can go better. But how can it perform good in all the departments? For which you need something called cross-functional. Now, question to you. What a cross-functional would mean, a word cross-function in a team, what it could be?
Team has all the skills needed to perform work.
All the skills needed, multi-skill. I heard two words here. Now, when I say all the skills, imagine there is a team of 7 people. They want to achieve something. I'm not telling it is software. I'm not telling it is automobile. I'm not telling it is a pharmaceutical. I'm not telling it to construction. I don't give any industry. But this team have a goal here. Okay. Now this team going to be autonomous. This team is going to take responsibility. This team is going to trust each other. This team behaving as agility. Now, if they want to achieve the goal, I will take the words given by the people here. One is, I heard multi-skill. What is the other one I heard? What is the other one? One is multi-skill. What is the other one?
All the skills. Someone said.
All the skills. When you say all, what do you mean by all? Is this relevant to this goal? Or all means all over the industry? What do you mean by
relevant
all?
to work? Yeah, relevant to their work.
Relevant to work. I really like the point what he said. All means relevant to work. I like the word multi, which means again, multiple areas. But Shri, why should I do this, man? Why should I? Because I have a team and that team has somebody called SME. What does SME stands for?
Subject matter expert.
Subject matter expert. This guy sits in Florida. I have an SME sitting in Vietnam. I have an SME sitting in my own corporate. I can call these SMEs to serve my team. Yeah, it could help. But what is happening in agile world is when they want to have this trust, responsibility, autonomous and high performing, they want this group of people to work together. more connected. If you are too much of virtual, if you're too much of a different department, they call something called silos. Have you heard the word silos? S-I-L-O, silo.
Yeah.
Yes.
What silo means? What silo means?
Within a department, there is another department.
Compartments, right? Compartments.
Yeah.
Have you witnessed this in your corporate? Our team completed, but that team is not replying. Have you heard these kind of words?
Yes.
Shri, you know what? Friday we send the mail, man. Always Ramesh delays this. Okay. They don't use a word that team. Sometimes they call Ramesh because Ramesh and SME there. John always does it. Julie never comes to office on Friday evenings or Friday times. Some other thing keep hearing. We don't want that kind of a push and pull. Why? Because we have picked up a project called Agile project. In Agile project, the necessity here is you have to go quick to the market. Your delivery cycle should be faster. Your degree of change is faster. Degree of change is high and delivery request is high. When the number of delivery is going to be high, when the degree of change is high, I cannot play with this game of Ramesh is not there, Julie is not coming, SME. I can, even now I will say, but you will go 20 years back. I do not do that. So the way of working or a thinking process is having the trust, responsibility, autonomous to become a high-performing team. Now, for which we need is a cross-functional mindset. When you say cross-functional, a team member, one team member having more than one skill set. Have you heard this T-shaped people? T-shape?
Yes.
Yeah. So T-shape, what happened? There is a person who is skillful in one area, and broader in another area, couple of areas. By which what happened here is in a team, even though have 7 people, there's a 7 people capable of handling few more responsibilities. But see how this is possible, man. Do you think a building electrical work person will also have a knowledge on painting the building? I don't think that area we go there, because there agility may not needed, because we know the details in advance, we plan well where the degree of change is less. When the degree of change is less and well planned, I will not force fit agility there. I will leave that to an SME who do electrical work in my building. I will leave that to an SME who can paint efficiently. Will you agree with this point? I don't think we have to force it, right? However, we work in a project, we work in an initiative where your requirement uncertainty is very high. Then I will not go by these SMEs to wait for them. Rather, I create a team who is capable, like a military commando team. Sure, what is military commando? Military commando could be 10 or 15 people, a group of people. SWAT team, military team. Now, what happens is they're given a goal, achieve it. That's it. They don't wait for any instructions. They know what to do. The 10 or 15 people, men and women, could be a combination, but their mission and vision are very clear. They will go, do, achieve, and come back. They don't wait for it. Let's see some more factors on ways of working. Now, few more factors on ways of working. Now, on the top in the screen, you see the speedy delivery, and you have entrepreneurial, and you have a continual feedback and fast-paced. Let's see some of the factors. One is about the speedy delivery. Short timelines, minimum viable products. Now, question back to you. Have anyone read the first principle of Agile? Number 1 principle.
Yeah.
What is the number 1 principle says?
Customer satisfaction.
Very good. Our highest priority is to satisfy the customer. That's the first line starts. After that, they say through what?
Early and
Continuous
continuous.
Early and continuous flow of
Through
value.
early and
Continuous.
continuous.
Delivery of valuable software.
Right. Very good. Early and continuous. Now, question back to you. What does it mean early here? In an Agile, when they say early, what does it mean?
Iterative.
early it is? How early it is?
Within the sprint.
Sprint. Okay, very good. But anywhere
Weeks.
in Agile,
Yeah.
anywhere in book you've seen sprint word in Agile principles?
No, few weeks to say.
Okay. Okay. So sprint is something came from Scrum methodology, but Agile never propose any week in the principle, at least. In the principle, they say early. This early, it's a totally dependent on who?
Customer.
Customer. For a customer, early could be 1 day. I want it tomorrow. For another customer, early could be 2 weeks. Isn't it? That could be a bullet train project. The early could be 6 months to see the first release of the plan. That early could be 6 months, isn't it? For me, 6 months in a bullet train could be faster. For some project, 1 day could be slower or 1 day could be faster. I don't know what does it early mean, but am I aware of my customer or my end user or my other department who is going to use my product as a raw material? Am I connected with them? And that's what the first line goes, our highest priority, not lowest, not moderate, highest. You have many priorities. In this, the highest priority is to satisfy the customer. But how you satisfy? By early and continuous delivery. Delivery of what? Delivery of what? Have you seen these words? Valuable software. In this whole principle, they say that early and continuous delivery of valuable software, not any software, valuable software. Now let me strike the word software. You can put something called product. You can put whatever you want to put there. This was written in 2001 for the software industry. But I like this word valuable. Now question back to you here. What a word valuable means in a company, in a product delivery. What does valuable mean?
It should add value to the customer.
Usable
Okay.
software.
Usable, adding value, usable, okay, consumable, okay. Any other thoughts?
Measurable.
Measurable, okay. Fantastic. Thanks a lot. Some years back, what we thought is a delivery should be on time, should be within the cost of what they planned, and should meet requirement parameters. They thought that is fine enough. Even today, there could be some product delivered to me on time, but that product is not usable. That product is not going to add any value in my life. I would say it's not useful one for me. Then Shri, how to make it valuable, man? For this only agile way of working starts continuing. You start looking from their perspective. When I say their perspective, you continually get the feedback from the customer. When you develop a product, the way of working is getting continuous feedback from them. But see, how to get a continuous feedback, man? In agility, when you have a degree of change is high, frequency of delivery is high, you get an opportunity to go in a iterative, incremental format to deliver something in a short time and ask for the feedback. Example could be the Indian ticket booking system, the railway ticket booking system. Have anyone used IRCTC of Indian Railways?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
6 to 8 years back, do you think they had an efficient system?
No.
Okay. 3 years back, did you feel they are a little better than before?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. 6 months back, you think their security system has improved a little more better now?
Yes.
Now, that is a big corporate, that is a big group of people, lakhs and lakhs of people using it. It could have been done a little more better in fast pace, but they couldn't do it. Many reasons behind that. But the point is, what if they don't do anything and they just left as it is, which means it's not adding any value. It is not checking the feedback of the people. It is not improving. The concrete buildings, what they have in railway station, when you went in school days, it looks the same. Even today, if you go, it looks the same because there is no opportunity in some places where you can't improve. In some of the products where the degree of change is high, where the frequency of delivery is high, you still have an opportunity to improve. I'm taking an example of a railway ticket booking, or it could be a flight ticket booking, or a banking system, or it could be any operation or a service next to you, but there is a chance of improving it, for which you have a continual feedback. Now, question to you is, now you let me know, 2 areas. Let's go practical way of implementation. When I say speedy delivery in a Scrum methodology, what this mean? When I say speedy delivery, how this is achieved in sprint? How it is achieved? We go weekly, we go couple of weeks.
1 to 4 weeks.
No, couple of weeks is there. Couple of weeks.
Agile book 6, yeah. Agile book says 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks. This is the Agile book recommendation. But majority of the corporates which is using Scrum as a methodology, which one they go? 1, 2, 3, 4?
2.
2 is the time they take in, most of the time. There are some companies 3, 4 also available. Shri, what does it mean when I'm not getting it? If you don't get it, when they say speedy delivery, they want to go to a short timeline. From where we got this a short timeline idea, there is something called lean management. The lean management philosophy says that go in a small batch. When you carry a big batch on your shoulder, you take more time to travel. When you carry a big batch on your shoulder, there is a problem. It will totally fail and fall down. I think it makes sense, right? What lean says. And lean says, go in a small batch. And the philosophy behind this is, when you go in a small packet, you can go faster. You can travel faster. And if there is a problem, still you can fix it. This is a philosophy of lean years back. From deriving from lean, Agile says, let's go speedy delivery in a short packet. That too in software industry is highly possible, where every time you switch on your Netflix, the Netflix says, I have a short update for you. That is nothing but a small packet as per lean concept, the way you push a small packet to the customer, when they switch on the set-top box, when they put the internet in the tab or in the mobile, you know that somebody is coming there. Let me deliver them what I have as a small packet. You can question me back, why should I do small packet? Why don't I accumulate 10 small packets and make us one big packet? Still possible. No one says wrong in it. But the point here is, there is something called satisfy the customer. How? Through early and continuous delivery of valuable software, or could be a product. So how to satisfy the customer? Customer is not the same customer whom you and me today, same customer what your parents have seen. There are days people had a patience to wait. Have anyone here, you open an internet browser and you type a web page. If it does not load in 3 to 5 seconds, will you wait on the browser? Question to you. Will you wait on the browser?
No.
No. Same you, 15 years back, when it is not loading, will you wait for more than 5 seconds?
Yes. Yes, definitely we will be waiting.
20 years back, if you use internet, will you wait for more than 3 minutes? We wait.
Yes.
We waited. I have waited. 20 years back, I remember the 2001 or sometime using it, 2000, we wait. We go for a coffee and come back. Still it will load. King, 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 king. That's why Yahoo will load. Same you, same me. Every 5 years, our patience level is changing. We could not wait. Now forget about us. Look up at the next generation children. Now kids, if in a mobile or in a tab or a television, which is internet connected, the video streaming passes for half a second. Have you seen kids crying? Kids crying if it passes for half a second and streams. But see why we are connecting all this logic. The logic here is the speed of delivery is needed. But in the name of speed of delivery, you cannot give a improper or low quality product. You should give a valuable, also early, also short packets, keep moving. This is a concept from lean management in 1948. I'm not talking now, I'm talking from Toyota manufacturing system. From there, the idea here is to bring the small packets. And from there derived, the agile concept came in. Now let's see how does it work on a day-to-day life before you go for some questions. Some points are there in agile way of working. I'll talk quickly on this. I don't go all. I will go in different classes. But here, you have a shared purpose and vision to bring the ways of working as a mindset. You bring a cross-functional roles of the team. That's what we learned just now. You experiment a rapid iteration. Yeah, quicker, faster delivery. I just now said about a transparency is very important. Continuous learning is very important. Cohesive community. We talk about agile center of excellence or a good community to help each other. There they call us a fail fast, supporting each other, very important. And next generation technology. But Shriram, why this is needed, man? And this is the place artificial intelligence coming here. Have you all heard the last 6 months AI heavily discussed? Have you? If you heard heavily, you may be surprised, man, is this AI new to the market? For your information, AI is not new. We are already utilizing it in different sections. The way we were booking tickets in theaters, in flight, in train, have changed a lot in the last 20 years. The way you navigate a map changed a lot in the last 10, 20 years. When I book an appointment in a hospital, there are days I have to go to hospital, get a token, then only I'll get a place to get to the hospital. Then I have to make a phone call. Now I have an automated system. I make a phone call, they took my number, take my address, quickly note on the number. Now I come to a stage where I have only my insurance number, rest all they take care. In 20 years, things have changed a lot. We are using artificial intelligence in many places continuously. We are evolving. If somebody thinks suddenly AI coming in, my job will go, I'll feel, man, then you are not 20 years in the world. You went somewhere and came back now. If you're living in this world, you're already using intelligence. But Shri, why you are connecting here? The point here is there's a whole strategy, structure, process, people, the way of working will all work well along with the technology. Because just now I said in lean management, I'm expecting to deliver a short packet in a fast way. When I use the word fast, when I use the word early, I need to have some technology in place to do this job. Even though I have people, even though I have process, if I don't have the best technology with me, I cannot do this. That is why in agricultural land, they're using a lot of automated systems of late. If you see some of the developed nations or developing nation, they're adopting to new way of agricultural system so that you don't waste the water. You don't waste a product which is ready in the agricultural field and reach the market. Because in the world, wastage of agriculture is so high even today. If we reduce that, poverty can go down. For they're working on that technology, how to improve. I'm talking for agriculture. It goes for many industry, how to improve it. Same for software industry. Now they look for how can I speed up this process. But see why we are learning this, man. When I say way of working, you cannot talk only philosophy. Agile is a philosophy. Agile is a mindset. Nice, good, happy. What is next? Apply that in a job. How to apply that in a job? Speedy delivery. How to speedy delivery? Improve the process, improve the people mindset, bring the next trend of technology in the market. If artificial intelligence coming to the market, there are some industry ready to pick up. One of that industry could be medical industry. In medicine, they want AI efficiently utilized to save life. They're highly looking for it. But AI in medicine, how it will work? Through maybe software industry, through maybe automobile industry, some industry. But every industry has a connection. Now, point is, when I see these bullet points of ways of working, this is not newly innovated. It's all there from automobile industry for 100 years. But now we are polishing it. The way of working is polishing how to make the people to think autonomous, trust, responsibility, along with the technology to make it happen. Then how does it work day-to-day life? Let's quickly see that. Now look at this picture. In this picture, this is, before I say something, this picture represents what? Any idea? Represents what?
Scrum framework.
Scrum framework. Very good. Scrum is agile or Scrum is something different?
Agile. Part of agile.
Part of agile. Agile family. Can I call agile family? Okay. Last maybe 20 minutes, I'm talking something called agile. Okay. Agile, I just gave a philosophy. Anyone who believe on this philosophy, the philosophy talks about 4 values and 12 principles. Last 20 minutes, whatever I said, early delivery, customer centricity, focus, these are all part of agile. Now, anyone who apply this mindset, they call mindset. Mindset. They call mindset. If anyone accept this mindset, that mindset accepted process would be called as an agile process. Scrum is a process, a framework. They use a word called framework. There, they accept, they follow this philosophy. When you follow this philosophy, you come under agile umbrella. Anyway, you know this already. Now I'm going to talk about some ways what we do here. Whatever you heard as a philosophy, let's see that. Now, what is happening here is this is a trust-oriented team. But see, how is a trust-oriented team? Now, what happened here is you have a team. This team could be cross-functional. This team could be cross-functional because this team size could be maybe 3 people or maybe 7 people joined together. They work, or 9 people. Along with them, they have somebody called product owner. Along with them, they have somebody called Scrum Master. We will learn these roles in a different section. But for now, this is a trust-oriented, highly transparent, more autonomous, more responsible people. Isn't it? How they're responsible, Shri? They are responsible for what? For achieving this goal. They all commit together. That's a way of working. They commit together. Okay, we understood this goal, not me. We understood this goal. If I don't understand, I'm transparent enough to raise my hands, ask a question. Hey, Shri, I'm one of the guys in the team, man. I'm not happy with this goal. What you guys are talking. Can you please explain? 25 years back, I can't do this. If I put my hands up, my manager look at me. Oh, you are that bottom performer. Let's see, next year you won't be in the office. That's not the way. We are working in an environment where we have a psychological safety, where we come out of the fear of failure. You are ready to fail. I'll put the hands in the room. I don't understand this. But I'll ask some sensible questions because I'm also responsible. Because I'm also autonomous. I will go back and read because I'm a knowledge worker. I'm not a dump here. I will read. It will take another half an hour to read and understand what it is. Then I'll ask the question, what is the goal? Let somebody explain to me. I'll talk to them transparently, openly. When we converse it, now I'm putting my 5 fingers and say, yes, I'm in. I like it. And that's an autonomous team. That's a mindset. And this thought shift is called agility. But Shri, you mean this was there 20, 30 years back? Would be there in some company, which company call themselves as successful companies, could be there. But going forward, this is how the companies are going to work. You cannot work in a company where without trust, without responsibility, without autonomous nature. Now, the way of working applies on a day-to-day job, how a team accept on a goal. And then every day they meet. Why? Not to check your status. They meet every day. What's happening? Not to check your status. Then why they meet every day? 15 minutes. Any idea?
To check what you did yesterday, what is the plan for today, and is there any impediments?
Are you sure it is to check? The word check comes there.
What you did? No. They talk about what you did yesterday and what's the plan for today, and are there any impediments? That's the 3 things.
Very good. That's a nice text of Scrum or Agile stand-up. But what will be the behind the screen? Why they do this? Any idea?
To understand any blockers.
Exactly. The word help comes here. Help comes here. Your mom calls you. You're in a different country, different place. Something is happening. Every weekly once you call them, mom calls you. Hey, how are you? Did you have a food? How are you? How things are going on? Is she checking the status or an affection or emotion or a help she's taking with you? Could be. She's not checking the status with you. It's not a status, right? Same way you call your friends and relatives or somebody, ask, hey, how things are going on, man? Why? You are not there to check how's your friend doing every day morning. Better you check him, can I help you by any form? That emotional connection. But am I doing a project or something else, man? You're bringing something emotion here. Yeah, it is. We are emotional human beings. We are not living in a second World War time. Many project management model, a little bit blended with a World War model. Bring a commanding and controlling. Somebody knowledgeable, someone don't have knowledge, somebody not given knowledge, you force on them, do this. Those days slowly fading out. Even though now we still have war happening around the world, it's a time being, it will go off. But the point is, we look for people to people help, support, guide along with the goal. And the work environment gets more happy and helping nature. And if I don't know, I'm so transparent. I put my hands up, courage. I have a courage to tell I pathetically failed yesterday. What I did? You know what? I did this, man. It's a total mistake. I know it's a mistake. I learned a little bit. Anyone here to help me? One in the room says, I know this. Contact me by 3 p.m. We'll talk about it. And that's a transparency they bring. I'm sure I worked in a company decades back. I don't have this transparency. If I do a mistake, I'm scared to tell I did a mistake. Anyone here like that? Like me, years back? You did a mistake, but you're scared to say to the senior management or someone else because they will pinpoint you. Have you been in this place? Happened. It happened. So it is something pushing you to say that, man, hide yourself. That's not the way we work. The way of working here is being transparent, being open, being trusting, emotionally connected. But do we need all these things? Yes, it is when you work in an environment where requirement uncertainty is very high. Technical uncertainty is very high. No one is a guru here, isn't it? When requirement uncertainty is very high, when technical uncertainty is very high, who can be a master? No one is a master. Then what? Accept openly, yeah, it's not working. For that, you have to create an environment where people can trust each other, openly commit that it is not working. But don't do this end of the game. Do on the first day. Do on the second day. Do on the third day. Why? I have another 7 days to fix the problem. If you come end of the game and say that I'm a failure, man, that's going to be trouble for me. This is a total mindset change in this model of project. Can I apply this in every project? No, you cannot. Some projects cannot apply this directly because it needs a proper analysis, risk mitigation strategy, and clear communication before you start the work. There are some models of project like that, right? You can't go there directly, do it. But still, every project is finding some way. How can I put this way of working where people can trust each other, be autonomous, be responsible, empathize with others, help each other because they are knowledge workers. I don't need to open an Excel sheet and follow them. Ramesh, you did it. Suresh, you did it. No. People come forward and tell, I'm Ramesh, I'm stuck here. Can somebody help me here? That concept is going to be a way of working in Agile. All right, I know I went too much on the time right now. By the way, are you feeling this is happening already in your corporate some way? Is it happening for some of you?
Yes, sure.
Or some of you feel that it will be nice if it happened this way?
Yes, it is. I would feel that, yes.
More than saying, this is nice, man. Huh? Nice, huh? It will happen good. But sometime you will see in your life, or we may not see in our life, because we are also part of this semi-model. What do you mean by semi-model, Sriram? Because the way you have grown up, the way I have grown up, we are in a little more command and control idea, where our parents tell us what to do, we follow that. But the next generation is slightly away from that. Don't think totally away. They are also a little bit their flavor. It will take one more generation, another 10, 20 years. The third generation from now, what will happen is they'll be a little more better away, not totally again, a little more better away from this command and control. They start thinking on their own. That will be a different life. So it is a gradual process. Everyone asks me, Shriram, do we have a project manager role in Agile? Do we have a Scrum Master powerfully hired? It's a transformation. This industry is a transforming for last 20 years. It will take another 25, 30 years to transform. Suddenly something come in the book doesn't mean everyone will follow that. It will take time. It will take time. But have you understood that? Can you debate for it? Can you digest it? Can you help someone next to you? That will be your way of working to make you to sleep at least 6 to 7 hours peacefully. If you don't do that, you'll be stuck in between. You don't know what you are doing. Sometimes you'll be commanding. Sometimes you are being so kind with the people. You are stuck there. If you're clear on it, you go to office with a happy mode. Morning when you wake up, you feel, let me go to office. That feel will happen when you understand this concepts clearly. Fair enough. Good. Any questions on this? All right. If no questions here, then shall I bring a question? So if some of you have a real exam questions which you want to discuss, you can bring up that. Meantime, I'll throw a question for you. In the screen, you have a question. I want you to read this question and give your answers in the chat box. I would expect everyone to give an attempt, people in the YouTube as well, give an attempt of answer. Don't think it should be right perfectly. Give a try. Okay, I'm seeing a few answers coming up. Okay. All right. Let's listen to someone who have chosen answer D. Would you like to say what in this question pushed you towards answer D?
So, Shri Kaushik here. So, my point is risk is, something that we all try to eliminate. And if some, something which can help us to eliminate some significant risk, we must prioritize that. Maybe that is not very,
But if you see here, lower value stories. For now, we learned, right? Value added to be given to the customer. So do you think lower values are selected? Still fine?
Yeah, but yeah, still fine because it is, eliminating significant risk.
So this elimination of risk is highly recognized. That's what your point. Very good.
Yes, Shri.
Okay, I'll note on this. Then I'll go to the next person. I'm seeing a person, Deepthi. You went with B. Why you thought B is a good answer?
Hi, Shriram. This is Prasad. I logged in from my wife's account.
Okay.
I joined in your last October session. So I just logged in from my wife's account because she has to continue next. So my answer is...
No problem. Go ahead. You can tell about what it B.
Yeah, okay. So now why I took B is generally in software development. Already when we are working on different projects, some technologies are already tested and available with us. There is not much work involved in it. So we start with that. That's what is my idea. So some stories which are not so important, but still we have tested technology with them. So we start with it so that we can go for early releases. That's what I thought. And I took stories B as
however, there are some situations where some of the lower value stories are selected to be developed first. For example, stories that have involved tested technology. So you pick up some stories which is already tested with the technology.
Yes.
Even though it's a lower value, you will deliver it because your team is comfortable on the technology. Is it correct?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll take this answer also. This answer is on the team comfort, isn't it?
Yeah.
Team comfort. team comfort with taking this. This is for eliminating the risk we are taking this. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay, I'll go to next answer. Thanks for that. Pushparaj, you want to say for C, why you thought C is an answer?
Yeah, hi. See, I selected C because of the time, very quickly. When I see it can be developed very quickly, that's the merit point I found.
Very good. Very good. Time is here. Nice to know. All right, let's see some example for this now. Yeah, I don't see. Least expensive to develop. No one goes for least expensive. No one thinks it's worth. Not worth. Huh? Okay. Let's see one by one. Let's take some example. Let's say some example. Let's take some bank. This bank is having some system in place already. They are upgrading the system. When they say upgrading the system, they are upgrading the security system of it. When I say security system, they want to bring a two-way authentication where somebody can give the PIN number and then they get an OTP, which comes from the message system. This they have to do. This is a story they have to, this is a user feature they have to work. It's a bank, it's a software company. They have to work on this part. Now, that is one feature they have to do. On top of that, in the bank, they want to bring something on colorful screens to make attractive for the people to see that. So one is I'm saying that a security for a, they call it two-way login. I'm sure you've all seen this, right? Two-way login. This is there. One other thing is colors to be added on the screen. Two things are there. Now let me go to the answer B. Stories that involve tested technology. Now in this two, which is more important? The person who gave B, which will be more important? Security or colors? Security stands top. Very good. Now, if, for example, when you say tested technology can be here, can be here. Both are possible. Yes. Isn't it? Yeah. But will I go by technology or will I go for the outcome, the value of what it gives? Which one I will go? Which one I will choose?
Value only. Yeah, value.
Because in security also, I will have well-known technology. Colors also, I have well-known technology. As a team, I can say I know both, but as a team, I will not choose by technology. Rather, nice, I know technology is good, but this technology helping where? I'll ask the next question to my team. And team members will tell that technology is going to help on adding colors. Beautiful. Is it good for the employee people? Yeah, people like it. HSBC Bank, when they see these colors, they like it. I can do this. Nice. Any other thing we have best in our plate? Yeah, we have one other thing called two-way authentication. We are good in technology. That is also needed in the list. Now, in this two, I believe security system may stand on the top. You think so?
Yes.
Possible, right? So B cannot be an answer on that scenario. I will strike out the B. Then let's go to C. Stories that can develop very quickly. Now let's take two of these things. Adding colors will take 8 hours for a team to complete. Security can take 18 hours to complete. Now, which one I will focus? Adding color is important or security is important?
Security is important.
Security is important.
But it is consuming more time, Shriram. Let me do this 8 hours first, then I'll go for this. 8 plus 18, 26 hours. We will do it. What's the problem? What's the big deal? Can I debate like this?
No.
Now let's go to the principle number 1 in Agile. What's the principle number 1?
Customer satisfaction.
Our highest priority is to satisfy the customer through what?
Early and continuous delivery.
Delivery of what?
Valuable software.
Valuable software.
But see, you mean this is not valuable? No, it's valuable. I'm not saying, no, it's valuable. But let's go to the last answer. Stories that help in eliminating some significant risk. If I don't do this, will my customer lose all his money? Is it possible?
Yes.
Do this?
Yes.
Now, now more than the technology preference, more than easy preference, the value stands on the top.
Okay.
Can I do this for a building construction, Shriram? Maybe, but a little tough there because that is a different way of working. But in Agile, we have an option to choose. Can I do security today, color tomorrow? Yeah, I can, because they may be not dependent. Maybe I know which is important. And that is a beauty in some of the project models, specifically in industry like service industry and information technology industry, or some other industry like automobile, manufacturing. They have this option where you can choose which is value addition. In construction also, they're doing this for information. In some area, they're looking at it. I know technology, I know the technology. Because I know something, I cannot do the same thing again and again. Even though it is a challenging, but that is important to my customer, I'll put my effort there. And this is called Agile mindset. This is called Agile philosophy. Is it helping you? Is it helping you?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
people went with A, B, and C. Will you agree that D can be a better answer? You think so?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. True.
But you can debate me with me. You can debate back with me. But Shri, said it's a lower value, man. When it is a lower value, why you are doing? Now, for this, anyone have an answer for this one?
It has lower value because it's a risk. So it has not materialized yet. It has not become an issue yet. So maybe that's the reason it's a lower value.
Okay, I see that point. Nice. Good to know. Good to know that point. However, it is an exam point. Let's go to the exam point. Shriram, so far, philosophy, psychology, all are good. Let's go to exam. In exam mindset, there is a village. The village name is called PMI. Okay, Project Management Institute. In this village, you are living there. When you live in this village, you should believe the PMI mindset, first of all. What is PMI mindset? You do a project work for the benefit of organization. You do a project work for the benefit of his customers. In a sense, you look for what can add benefit and value with an ethical way. No shortcuts, ethical way. Then comes Agile mindset. You live in that village, PMI village, you have PMI mindset, you have Agile mindset. When you follow this, you believe that customer is very important. In order to support and help the customer, we will do the best value addition. We will not do something because I know. We will not do something because it is a fancy. We will give something really it makes sense for their business. If no sense, however easy it is, however fancy it is, however stakeholder force me, we will come back with the point and tell this is not going to add value, because those companies chosen you to do a project with you, assuming you are a value added person in the market. He or she trusted me. He or she believes I'm autonomous and responsible to take a decision. So when I get a situation like this, I will do the best for them. And this is called Agile mindset. And now I will not tell this is only software. Any industry can follow this, including a PMP classes. If not, if no value addition, this 1 hour, you will not sit with me online. If this, I'm not adding any value to you, I would have canceled the class today. Even if I don't add one line of point to your knowledge, it doesn't make sense. So that value addition should keep happening continuously. That's very important. All right. I think that was a good time. What is the time? Let me check my time. Oop, already I'm running top of the time. Any question? I can listen to people here. Okay, Akhil, go ahead.
Yeah, hi Sriram sir. So the question is not related to Agile, it is related to some other topic. Go
ahead.
I'm sharing my screen.
Sure. Good sunrise.
Question number 22, based on the following, if you needed to shorten the duration of the project, which activity would you try to shorten?
Very good.
Activity B, D, H, or C. These are the options.
Good. Okay.
So what I did is I drew the network diagram. Sorry.
You're right.
The diagram here and calculated the critical path. So which appears to be CEH.
Okay. So it becomes 7 plus 9, 16. Very good. 16 is your critical path. Very good. Then?
And then I will eliminate C and then reconfigure and try to calculate the critical path again. And this I will do for elimination of C, then E, then H. And the one which gives the shortest critical path will be my answer. Is it right?
Before you answer me, go back to the question. Okay. If you need to shorten the duration of the project, which activity would you try to shorten? Okay. Duration of the project, they want to shorten. When you say you eliminate C, do you think that activities are not needed for you? You will not do that activity? For example, there is a building. C is putting the basement. After E, you do the construction. D could be painting. What you're saying is basement, I will not do. I'll remove the basement so that my project will be shorter the time. Is it the way the question is asking you?
Oh.
The question is asking you how to come down. Now, what you do is what you draw is correct. Now, I request you to think on that direction. How to think on the direction? Don't solve the question. Go back to schedule management. In the schedule management, read the network path details. Of course, for you, everyone information here, this is not part of your exam. If you really have a lot of time, spend here to do this process. If not, learn it and move forward. To answer your question, I will expect you to read it and see how to shorten. When I say shorten, if I reduce some timeline in an activity, still it will not beat my overall time. How to do this? That you have to check. So don't remove the activity, rather see how can I play with this compression technique or lag, lead, a lot of concepts are there. I would expect you to read a little more and come back in the WhatsApp. We will see this information.
Okay.
Another factor you have to see here is you can see the answer also to get the detail of it, but don't jump there directly. First, I will ask you to read that and see why there is a critical path, what is a non-critical path, how this compression techniques will work, how can I come up with a float, FLOT, float time, understand those parameters, and then go for it. But these are all on your personal interest to learn, because this whole topic is not asked in the exam.
Oh, okay.
Right? I would have said this in the classes, but learn it at least for your learning purpose.
Just one more question. This is the last question. This is from the communication board itself.
Very good.
During the development of project schedule, your project team identified a few activities that could be performed in parallel by revisiting some of the dependencies, constraints, resource requirements, optimization, and reserves. You present the compressed schedule to your sponsor, who accepted it as the baseline. What should you do next?
Okay, what is your answer there?
So I marked the answer A, submit a change request, because so there is change in schedule baseline. It means a change request has to be raised. So hence I chose option A.
Oh, very good, very good. So let's read the question. I'm at least reading the last sentence. You present the compressed schedule. Just now we saw network diagram, right? You want to compress it. You compressed it and you bring it 3 days down, 4 days down, something you did to the sponsor. Sponsor is somebody, Dave sitting in some country. You look at the word, who accepted it? What does it mean? When you say who accepted, what does it mean?
The sponsor has accepted baseline.
The schedule baseline is already accepted. I mean,
so if means absurd means you said instead of June, we will complete it by August. You gave a date. And it is accepted. Accepted, just one word given there. But behind this accepted, do you think there will be a change request raised? Impact analysis would have happened. And then some questions, discussions would have happened. And then there could have been acceptance. Do you remember in the class we discussed a change management flow? Have you observed it? One of the point, a flow chart.
Not able to recollect now, but
Okay.
I will go through the recording.
Yeah, there is one flow chart where we go through this procedure. You don't have to go through that, but at least the English word is there. You proposed it, it's accepted. It's very simply, they gave it in 2 words, but in between that, there is a big life. They've done everything. Once it is accepted, now if you say answer A, submit a change request to update the schedule baseline, you've done it already. Now you don't look for a submit a change request, right? Rather, you update the assumption log. What are assumptions could have been changed right now? Some lessons learned could have been changed. That's a point. Got it? How to learn it? Now, what you do is, when you go back to, again, schedule management chapter or change management concepts, see that when a change is being proposed, what all happens? Impact analysis will happen, and sponsor will accept after that. And then only it is called as accepted. That is a new baseline. Good. Hope it helps.
Yes, thank you.
All right, good. Anything more?
Shri, maybe one connected question here. So regarding change request only. So if there is any change in the schedule, like compression or schedule change, do we need a change request, or change request is only required if there is a scope or new requirement coming from the customer?
Very good question. See, whenever you see the word change, a change which is impacting the deliverable, a change which is impacting the project, we have to go through the procedure. For example, you are telling that scope change happens, a new requirement getting added. A new requirement getting added can impact my timeline. Your timeline change can impact my cost. Is it possible?
Yes, yes.
If you're telling that your work should have been done in June, but you're telling that can you do it by March itself, I'm going to compress it. When I say compress it, I have to add more people. When I add more people, I need more money. Or time change can impact my quality. Time change can impact my risk. So what do you do, Shri? Any change which is impacting my deliverable, my outcome, my project, what I do is I go through the procedure to check, is this a change having impact on these areas? No impact, I'm fine. But I should do impact analysis before I say yes or no. If I don't do that, it will be a heavy cost for me after some time because the project progressed. Then you realize, shucks, man, we didn't think about it. So that's the reason they do this. This is highly applicable in predictive nature of project.
Okay. Maybe the connected way is actually, suppose that my stories are not able to complete in a particular iteration. Okay.
Wait. Why stories? We are talking predictive model, change management.
Okay. Okay. Ranjit, not in predictive model. Yes.
Ranjit, you are from current. You are from current.
Yes,
PMP,
yes.
Previous premise.
Current one only.
If you are
I started reading that.
Okay. A quick understanding for you. Change management procedure applicable mostly or only in predictive model.
Okay.
And what you were saying about adaptive nature, no need of change management procedure. First of all, because you don't have a plan itself. When you don't have a long-term plan, why change management? That is not needed. So
Okay.
since you're new here, I'm just giving a message. Change management is highly applicable in predictive nature of projects.
Predictive. Okay.
Yeah.
Clear.
Or
Thank you.
sometime in a hybrid projects.
Okay.
Perfect, guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
Great. And thanks all for joining here. Hope Sunday went well. We had some concept about agile way of working. Next week we'll come with a new topic. And thanks all for joining. And people getting to examination. Stay on touch. Keep me posted. I keep saying this. Don't wait for a fine, beautiful day. A sunrise says that you are ready for exam. That day will not happen. You have to look at the sun and say, I'm ready to jump. That is how you have to do. If you keep waiting for some instinct to come, yes, you can, but time will keep running. Your gut feel will tell, let's go for it. Then go for it. The same dialogue I have seen sometime before. Until you jump, you don't know whether you fly or fall down. So you have to jump. So take that risk, but calculated risk. Come on, Shri, you said tomorrow morning writing exam. No, that will be so much bad. Some calculation. You are the age of 30s and 40s. You have a life, you have a family, men, women, you know what to do in your life. So now take a call, because this exam is kind of always back of your mind when you have your food, always back of when you're watching a movie, always back of the mind when you drive. It's a kind of a pain, right? They always suck when you close it, man. Yeah. That too, when you see somebody clear the exam, yes, one day I should do this. And this feel will be continuously with you. Come out of that pain by deciding something. Yes, this is the date I'm going to do. November, December, some date, have a date. Mark a date and do it. That's important. Yep. Good wishes and have a great weekend. We'll catch up again by next Sunday for the people from other batches. For October batches, in next 25 minutes, I'll be with you. Thanks all. See you and bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.